How you guys doing? What's up? It's your boy OG Black. You guys know what my show's about. My show's about bringing you guys the fire news, bringing you guys 3 generations of experiencing this lifestyle. In my opinion, I believe that I have the knowledge and the experience in this lifestyle to bring you guys some of the up-to-date news and inside information that nobody else does in this narco life. And a lot of people aren't willing to expose it. And I don't believe it's exposing it or selling a secret or telling anything. I just believe that it's speaking the truth. And if it's the truth, it ain't exposing anything. Um, the whole situation with General Cienfuegos. General Cienfuegos is a big issue right now. It's kind of been a really quiet issue in a lot of topics. A lot of people aren't touching about it, but OG Black's going to touch on a bit and give you guys a little inside history on it. Cienfuegos was one of the generals that was involved in the capture of Miles Zambada's kid. For some of you guys who don't know, for El Señor's kid, Vicentillo was um, sold by the Beltran Leyvas. See, the Beltran Leyvas had a really good relationship with the government in Mexico City at that time. Actually, Mexico City was one of their strongholds for 10 years. And the Beltran Leyvas really liked that stronghold in Mexico City. Now, most people understand that Mexico City has some of the most powerful, corrupt politicians in the world. And Cienfuegos was definitely one of them. Um, right now, Mexico kind of pulled the card on the U.S. and told them, look, if you don't let this guy go, if you don't hand him over, there's going to be problems. Um, Cienfuegos to me is as corrupt as any Mexican general comes. Most Mexican generals are hold a power of influence that's unbelievable. A lot of people here in the U.S. don't understand the power of influence, how Mexican generals operate. Now I'll give you a good example. My grandfather was really good friends with the Mexican general of Michoacan and La Guaje. And I'll tell you how that relationship expanded. They knew each other from kids. Later on, my grandfather's friend became a Mexican soldier. Later on, he moved on and went into the Special Academy in Mexico City, which later on he became what they would call El Comandante de la Región, which means the region commandante or the region commander. My grandfather told me after he became the region commander, they would have fun. He said they were doing everything they weren't supposed to be doing, and there was nobody to stop them because, they were the Mexican government and they were the law. Cienfuegos has burnt a lot of people. I mean, starting from El Chapo down to the Barbie, he is connected to everybody. Um, a lot of people thought that Cienfuegos wasn't gonna be turned over by the U.S. government. Mexico finally showed some balls and showed some power, guys. Mexico is definitely a powerhouse. In Mexico, they have a train of thought that they believe that they're second-class citizens or second-class people to the world. And little do they know that they are as powerful as anybody else or any other organization out there. The Mexican cartels are as strong as they're ever going to be. A lot of people say, well, what's going on? The Mexican cartels, if you were to compare them, they're like the Italian mafia. They're at their prime and their pinnacle right now. And their involvement with the Mexican government is so different than any other cartels or mafias or organizations than ever before. Cienfuegos being involved from the top to the bottom of corruption. And the corruption is unbelievable because Cienfuegos has put people to death. He's put people on hits. He's taken bribes. There's so many guys that are testified against him in a court of law in the U.S. government who've said under oath that Cienfuegos was the one receiving the shipments of money. And I mean shipments of money. That means boats, guys. Not carloads. Shipments of money. Boats of money. He was an almighty general. And I might make this a series. I might not, depending on the way people like it and what they think of it. But to tell you the truth, Cienfuegos was as powerful as any person in the world. And right now, it's a damn shame if Mexico doesn't charge him with anything, really. I mean, he can be charged easily with having association with narcos. That will get you, I mean, that's a charge right there. If they can get him for anything else, who knows? You know what I mean? But definitely they can get him for that charge. You know, Cienfuegos was definitely a dangerous general. Um, he was loyal to the Beltran Leyvas. A lot of you don't know. You know, the Beltran Leyvas being the brothers, they were powerful. And Mexico City definitely wore the blunt of their power. My experience in prison, I'll tell you guys, and he doesn't mind because I used to talk to him about, you know, making like a show or something. I've always had this in heart, so you guys know. I've always wanted people to be exposed to the narco life that I was exposed to as a kid and even as an adult in my own experience. And when I met Manuel in prison, Manny, he was a quiet guy. Um, you know, the cops would whisper about him, hey, he's related to so and so. And guys would say, you know, oh, he's related to so and so. So one day I'm walking the yard and he walks up to me and he's like, hey, Mr. Black, I heard you're a smart guy. I want to ask you a question about something. I said, yeah, go ahead, shoot, man. So I helped him out. Later on, he asked me a question. He goes, hey, man, what have you heard about me? I said, what do you mean? He goes, what have you heard about me? I said, well, you know, this and that and everything. He goes, it's true. He goes, my dad is so-and-so. I said, oh, shit. He's all, but I was born and raised here in the United States of America. And I was like, oh, cool. Long story short, we became really good friends. And me and Manny Lokes, that's what I used to call him, me and Manny Lokes became really good friends. I have his Gmail. I talk to him once in a great while. And he taught me some things about the Beltran Leyvas. That they were hairy. They had full beards, all of them. He said you could tell Beltran Leyva from a mile away. He's all, they got a full beard. You know, they look, like he said, like, not to be disrespectful to anybody or to be taken the wrong way. He said they would look more like a Saudi Arabian Arab person because of the hair on their face and their chest. He said that it's an inside family joke. Le dicen los Arabs. They call each other the Arabs. Los Arabs. You know, and he said that when his dad went to prison, he said it was a shell shock to everybody, to his mom, to everybody, his family. You know, and he told me that his family was really upset with their tío Joaquin, which is El Chapo Guzman, con el señor de la montaña. They said because, you know, they're all related. Manny told me that his grandmother lived on this part of the hill, and then he said there was a hill. He said on that side of the hill was El Chapo's family. He said on this side of the hill, he said was the Felix Torres's, and he said that you know, they're all related. And he says that he felt like the way his mother explained it and his grandfather explained it is that they were burnt, that they had got done dirty, and that the whole point of the game was for them to prosper and be a good family and reach the heights of families that never been reached before. But they believe that when, and this is their opinion, this isn't OG Blacks, they said they believe that when Chapo's kids started getting in trouble and Chapo and El Señor Don Mayo started doing deals with the American government, that they messed up the game. And they said that, you know, having deals with the American government was a big no-no. One thing was to work in the Mexican government because they live there. Another one was to work with the American government, CIA, DEA, and, you know, sad to say, and I don't want to make anyone mad because I consider myself a narco journalist and someone who can opinionate on this. I believe that Don Mayo and Chapo Guzman hurt the game. You know, allowing the United States DEA and CIA to come on to Mexico and do whatever they want to do. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand, is that once you involve the United States government, you know, it's a whole different playing level. They don't play right. They're always looking for the conviction. They're always looking to bust someone. And, you know, El Mayo, so you guys don't know, and Cienfuegos would had a relationship since Cienfuegos' early military career. You know, you mean, guys, and Mayo's been involved with CIA and Nicaragua Contra stuff and everything since back in the day. That's where Mayo Zambada actually got his first military connection, guys, with the government, was through the Cuba CIA programs and stuff they had going on. He learned how to maneuver and pit maneuver those relationships. You know, my grandfather told me El Mayo wasn't anybody in the 80s. He had developed his contacts, but his contacts hadn't flourished. and he hadn't known learned how to put them. But my grandfather says from 80 to 90, he said that old man blew up. He said, and he blew up so fast. He said, with the help and the administration of the United States government and the Mexican government. A lot of people don't like to hear that, you know, but it's the honest truth, guys. You know, and Cienfuegos is a key part into this narco thing, and I've been saying it over and over and over and that the government is key to this narco life. You know, this life, you know, I told one of my viewers about this, is that we never say narco. Being in this life, we say mafioso. You know, being in la vida being in la vida de mafioso isn't something that you last too long. You know, and me being a third generation narco little junior here, you know, I learned a lot in this business. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, guys. Cienfuegos is definitely someone we're going to be looking into more. It's a touchy subject. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's your boy OG Black. Remember, smash, subscribe, like, share this video, guys. Remember, this is your guys' platform. We're going to be bringing you guys all the fire news. Things are going to be changing. I hope you guys appreciate this. I got a new mic, new setup. We're trying to do a little better. Thank you for all the donations. My PayPal is open at ogblackshow@gmail.com. That's ogblackshow@gmail.com. My Cash App is open. Okay? It's $ OG Black Show 13. And our Patreon is open, guys. And there's fire stuff on Patreon that I can't put on here. So if you guys subscribe, that's helping me out. I'm not monetized. I don't get paid for this. So remember, guys, I do this out of my heart and for you guys and your kids. It's OG Black, and I'm out.